Hey everyone, it's me, the How To Homemaker. So we're back today. It is a gloomy day outside where I am. It is pouring rain, actually. I didn't notice that till just now, but it's raining a lot. I wanted to do some work outside, do some sanding and things like that, but I can't do that. I live in an apartment. I have no other place to do it but my patio. So we're doing something different today. I have jewelry that has been stockpiled, little things like keychains, necklaces, rings, whatever, things that I want to change and do different. And I figured, well, I have all these things. I'd really like to get rid of the pile. I'd like to make a video, so here we are. Yeah, I'm going to pan the angle down and then just show you guys everything that we're going to be working on today. Then I'll set my tripod up, point it down, and get to work. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Enjoy the video. See you soon. Okay, so like I said, here is the camera panned down now, and these are the things that I'm going to fix in the video. This is a necklace that my stepmom got me at the Passion Play in Drumheller, and I really liked it. It's not broken or anything, but the chain is it's made out of a not good material because it did not, I think it turned my neck a little black. This is a locket that my husband gave to me the very first Christmas that we were together, and it is broken. Isn't he so cute? But he even put the string in there as a border to make sure that I didn't see the cut up edges of the frame. He was so proud. So was I. So I want to fix that because that hangs in my truck. One of my cousins made me this, and it broke like a while ago, but I really liked it, so I want to fix it up so I can wear it again. I want to cast these little things in resin. I've got little things for the centers of these rings. I want to cast them in. And then last but not least, this guy was from a different cousin of mine. If you guys have been following my channel recently, you'll know who I mean. And so this is really important to me. I really want to get it fixed. It was a keychain. I'm not sure if that's what it'll be when I'm done with it, but that is what it was before. That is what I can turn it into. And I probably still will, but I like to try and be creative. So that's what we're working with today. Let's get to the work. So what we're going to start off with first is a simple box knot with nothing in between. What it is just a normal overhanded knot and then a reverse overhanded knot. So you bring the left hand strand over top of the right hand strand, and then underneath of the right hand strand, pulling it tight into a knot, and then you bring the right hand strand over top of the left hand and then underneath, and that is one complete box knot. And then you just continually do that over and over again. How I think of it, you see how I have one hand bunched up like that? I don't normally do that. I just didn't want to cut it and waste the paracord for the demo. But I do think of that as, say, a dominant strand, and I think of it as going back and forth, because you'll be able to see in your box knot, it looks like you're weaving a strand, like I said, back and forth. So I think of that, and that way it helps me to not get confused as to where I'm going and which knot I did last, basically, not where I'm going. We're tying knots. And that's actually as long as the sound effect goes, but there's still some more fast forwarding to do before we get to the setup of the box knot with strands in between. And it really is no different. You take that left strand, bring it over top of the right strand. Oh, I'm motioning how you should have a dominant strand and go back and forth and back and forth. It's easier to follow. And then this is what I was talking about, how I like to keep everything close to the top of what I'm doing and not have that big exaggerated go back and forth, because it's very easy for you to get everything knotted and tied up, especially if you're a beginner. I'm motioning with my hands, you just keep going down and down and down. But you have that dominant strand, you go back and forth and back and forth, and you just keep going until you have the desired length that you want. And you can see already that the knot looks a lot neater, it looks a lot better with the strands in between. So I don't suggest doing a box knot without strands in between. Now we're about to do the decorative noose with a stopper knot, which is where that came from. This is a decorative noose, nothing to do with anything else, so please don't concern yourself with that. Now you start off with the strand in your left hand, you go up, make a loop, go back down, and then go back up again, and we're at this point now where we are weaving the strand around and around and around, and then when you reach the desired length, you see the loop that's left at the right hand. Oh, I knocked the thing. And now you see my tripod. I do all my filming on my phone, and that's my way to hold my tripod up so the phone doesn't fall forward, but sometimes it does anyways. Anyway, the loop that there was left at the bottom there, you string the strand that you're looping down the shaft into that loop, and then you pull it tight, and that's it. That's your noose knot. If you are tying a real noose, which you're not, so you don't even need to know this, but you would do 13 of those, of course, little loops around the shaft there. But we are going to put a stopper knot in this because we are not about that. We are making jewelry, and we don't want anything to get any bigger. We just want it to be a little knot to hold a charm, something that comes off in one string, not two, so it just can go up the back of the necklace like I was describing in the video, the sped up video where you guys see the way I did things. But yeah, that's basically a noose. Okay, so here we have everything that I made. I've got the locket that I'm going to put my cousin's picture in there. I don't have it yet, but I will. I'm going to put that in there. I've got the wooden beads with the elephant that she gave me. I just crazy glued this gold string with 2 wraps onto the elephant so it didn't move around. And then up here I attached the hemp, and I did just a box knot, which we already talked about in the intro there, in the little segment that I did. Here is my locket from my hubby that I love, and I cheated a little bit on this one, and I got this from a Value Village, just something that matched it, and then I made the connectors so that they connected at the base instead of, you know, back up here. And then I know that this was not made out of chain in the video, but I didn't like, well, it wasn't that I didn't like it. I thought that the rope was a really good idea for this because it really suited the nautical theme that this sort of has, but the charms weren't heavy enough to pull the rope down, so it just looked silly, looked not so classy. So I made this up. This is just a cheap thing from Michael's. I'll probably end up putting it on a better chain as well, but just to show you what it looks like, it's supposed to clasp up there, and then this long strand goes down your back. It makes you feel a little classy. I really liked it. So yeah, that's what I came up with for that. Oh, and then this is where I did that decorative noose where you guys seen before, but I don't know if that will be as beneficial. Now, you could have just a heavier charm on your jewelry, whatever you end up fixing, but that was the issue, was back here. All of this wasn't enough to weight the string down, and it just looks silly. As well as this wasn't that heavy either, so I just wanted it to look better, hang flat, and so that's what I did. So yeah, talk to you soon. So I hope that was helpful in learning how to tie a box knot with threads in between and a noose for decorative purposes and decorative purposes alone. But I want to save the resin casting for a different video. Like I was telling you guys, mistakes were made. I am learning. This was my first go. I shouldn't have attempted to film a video of my, well, it's actually not my first go. This guy is. I didn't have any molds, and so I took a Christmas tree light and I hollowed it out, and I poured one of the tree spirits from Princess Mononoke in there with some green beads because I didn't have any moss and I really just wanted to get going. And it was really good. I had issues breaking the glass off. I'm pretty sure I still have glass in my thumbs. Shh, that's why I didn't do a video for you guys. I don't do dangerous things on video. But that was my first attempt, and it went okay. But my second attempt, I did not mix the resin properly, and a lot of bad things happened. So, like a lot. I'll have to show you in the next video because I recorded it and I'm not showing you now. It was awful. It was just a bad time. But you know, like I always say, everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do about it. So I want to teach you guys from my mistakes, and that's why I want to make a separate video as well, is because if you're on the same level as me, if you were just starting out with resin and you thought that you could do it and you're not doing that well, I've got some tips for you. Like, for example, I don't know if you can see it, but this little guy's got a lot of bubbles in there. And that's because I mixed the resin way too fast. So that's the first lesson, but we'll cover that in that video. So I hope you like the jewelry that I fixed and remade today. I like the new designs on it. I'm going to stick a picture of my cousin and that little locket that was in the heart there. That's really exciting for me. I'm excited to get that locket back up in my truck. And I really liked to have the necklace with the thing hanging down the back. It feels very classy for some reason. I just really like it. So I hope that you guys like those designs, and you'll see what happened with the gears in the next video. It should have been fixed in this video, but I tried using resin and everything just went so poorly. Resin poor. Didn't work. So yeah, tune in, not the next video. My next video, I'm going to do a product review for whiteboard paint, and then the video after that will be the resin pour. So follow along, everybody, and don't forget, everyone in life makes mistakes. What matters is what you do about it. See you next video, everyone. Bye.